you want to just tell us who you are, what you do, and what your business is.
Sure. My name is Jillian Walley, and I'm the owner of Ruby Moon Bakery. It's all sourdough, from bread to all your baked goods like cookies, muffins, granola. I run through a cottage bakery license, which basically means I can bake out of my house. So everything I do for the pickups and any market is out of my home kitchen. I recently did just get a bread oven though, so
Oh, cool.
oh my gosh, that saves me so much time. But I do it with my two daughters around me too. So basically hustling the bread at the same time of just hustling mom life.
Yeah. How old are your daughters?
I have a 4-year-old and an 18-month-old.
Okay, so
Yeah.
they're young, so they're a lot to take care of still.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Well, I'm lucky now because my 4-year-old goes to the Montessori school in Ocean City 3
Okay.
days a week. She loves it there, but that gives me a little bit of time to have just my one daughter, which makes a world of a difference.
Right.
And she still naps, so I try to cover a lot in that
Oh,
one nap
God,
window.
yeah.
Or I wake up super early. I usually wake up, if I'm doing a market, I'll wake up at 2 in the morning.
Like, if you're doing a market that day, you'll wake up.
So yeah, well, no, I have to do the day before because it's like I call it marathon baking.
Yeah,
It's like 22 hours I bake.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I guess I wasn't... In my head, I was thinking you're baking for 3 or 4 days beforehand, but it makes sense because you want it to all be as fresh as you can possibly
I know, that's the hardest part about it.
Yeah, because good bread goes bad in a few days.
Yeah.
So you can't do it 4 days beforehand, really.
No, and that's the hardest part is for me. I try to be super organized, and you can be as organized as possible, but ultimately you have to do the bread as close to when you're going to sell it because you want it to be the most fresh. So I still, even with the bread oven, I'm still marathon baking. The cookies I can get away with doing a day or two ahead of time because I package them and seal them right away. Same with the granola, but the bread I literally try to do within that 24 hours. So yeah, the motivated mommies.
Loaves and whatever else are you doing in this time?
So for the most recent one, I just did the motivated mommy sip and shop. I made 100 loaves of bread.
Oh my God.
Yeah. 100 loaves of bread, which I had to time my dough to do different dough windows. So I was baking bread as I was making more dough, and that it was very, very intricate, which I had literally labeled everything on paper, and I would just follow my paper notes.
Oh my God.
And then cookies, I think I clocked almost 800 cookies I baked for the motivated mommies.
Holy shit.
In that week, I baked over 1,000 cookies because less than a week later, I had to do all of my Thanksgiving Eve orders.
Yeah.
So more than 100 loaves in less than a week.
Are you still loving it, or does it take its
you know
toll?
what, I actually
that would kill me.
I'm a huge, I don't know, I always feel like I love to slightly challenge myself every single time.
Yeah.
Which is from when I grew up, I was super competitive with soccer. Soccer was my life when I was younger. So I don't have soccer now. I don't have teaching to rev up my competitiveness. So it's I'm competing with myself with the bread.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
awesome.
I always I'm a weirdo. I rewrite all my recipes out every single time. And I'll look at what I did over the Summers Point markets. I'll look and I'll be okay, I'll just add a little bit more here and more here.
Oh, really? So you'll
I just redo it. Yeah.
And do you keep it super organized?
Yeah.
Everything. It's just funny because Jeff, who was on last time, he was he has these crazy scribbled pages, just writing in every direction all over the page, and he was if anyone. Me and you were talking about if people were trying to steal your recipes or something, he was if anyone stole my books, he was they wouldn't even be able to understand anything I wrote.
I feel like they would probably definitely be able to understand how I did it, but I guess my little tweaks I do with my recipe It's like a yellow, my original like recipe pad is like a yellow pad, plain one. And it is literally got like, oh my gosh, flour stained to it, oil stained, honey on it. Like there's different like pages that are like, I can barely see it, but I like will continue to go back and add notes. I'm like, man, one day I need to take all of this and like rewrite it into a nice,
or at least like take pictures for yourself on your phone.
Yeah, but like I said, like I'll look at the recipe and not just, I don't know why I do this. I look at what I already wrote, I just rewrite it again. Wow. So like for the Motivated Mommies, I think I had like 10 pages I wrote out. But I already had all the recipes.
Right, you just
I rewrote it, and I wrote like times down, and like I wrote checklists. Wow. Yeah.
You're on your routine then.
I know. Yeah. I have to. And I didn't burn one loaf. That was the first time I didn't burn a loaf.
So you're legitimately like 24 hours straight.
Yeah, like my back,
going all the way through. Yeah. So what does the process look like of...
So like for the sourdough? The bread, I mean like not sourdough. I mean, everything's sourdough, but...
Yeah, I'm trying to find the best way to ask it of, like, I want to know generally just, like, what your, like, process is as, like, with all this stuff you're trying to make at one time, like, the cookies, the sourdough, the granola, and, like, how you're timing that out. And then I guess also, like, more specifically, I'm interested in, like, this sourdough, like, process as well.
Well, like, so for sourdough... what makes it so unique and special, and like a lot of people can eat it that normally can't eat bread, is because it's like you're making your own yeast essentially, which from flour and water, but the good bacteria, the live bacteria in the water, and even your hands is what's creating this wild yeast that's just so good for you.
Like even from the bacteria from your hands is like
wow. Like so everyone's is like slightly different because the waters are different in states, and I mean whatever's on your hands, which is kind of crazy. And like I even read somewhere that the same bacteria that's like the really good bacteria that's in breast milk is in sourdough.
Okay. Yeah.
So like it's just like so healthy and mind-boggling to me. But so with the it starts with that, which is your starter.
What is the deal with the starter? Because like I showed you ours downstairs. Like our friend gave it to us, but like, is there like it's like a bacteria like it?
So it's flour and water, and then the bacteria that is already on.
Bacteria grow
you're like letting it grow, and it's using a certain temperature to control it because it needs like a window of temperatures that, and then once it grows, that's your starter. So your starter is what in a normal bread would be your yeast, but your starter is what's going to make the bread taste really good and rise. So you have to feed that first, and then it has to rise. And you feed it with flour and water. Right.
I knew that much. Yeah.
So you're going to feed it with flour and water. For my starter, especially now, it takes like 17 hours for it to rise because it's cold in my house. So then once it's peaked, so it's the highest, it's like super bubbly, that's when you use it to mix with bread flour.
And you take water. You leave some...
Yep.
You leave some in there because you want to keep your original one alive, right?
Yeah, so you'll leave some in. You can either use that. So I have like a big bin that whatever I'm not using for the bread. So I'll dump my active starter or at peak with flour, water, make my bread. Whatever's left over, I actually have like a big jug in my fridge and I dump it in there. And that's like my discard. And the cookies that I make, that everybody, that's made with the discard.
Oh, okay. Interesting.
So that's why, like, with timeline, the cookies can be a little bit easier to intermingle with the bread because you're using the discard from the fridge. And then I can, like, ferment them in the refrigerator for 24 hours. So I can make those ahead of time, the dough ahead of time.
Okay.
And leave it in the fridge. Where the bread, the dough stays on the counter for me.
It always stays on the counter?
It stays on the counter. So when I mix it all together, I'll like take a temperature of it, and then whatever the temperature is tells me how long it will take until it's ready to be shaped.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily like it's doubling in size. Like you'll see a lot of recipes like leave it on counter until it doubles.
Right.
I look at the temperature of it, and whatever the temperature is, I look at, there's like a chart, and I do the percentage of it, and that's how I know when it's ready.
It's like science.
Baking, it is. Then I shape it, and then I put it in the fridge to finish. It's like fermentation.
Do you ever? It sounds like you're so organized that you wouldn't, but like, I guess maybe in the beginning, probably did you ever like
fail miserably? Oh my gosh, yes.
That too, I guess.
Horribly. Yes.
Yeah. Was it hard to like find the right levels of stuff to make sure like you even have enough, like you're like, oh, I can bake like 7 loaves of this, and then like you're like, oh, I can.
Oh my gosh, 3. It's like so much math, which I love math. So that was like you don't realize how much math is in it.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, the first loaf I ever did was like a pancake. It was so horribly dense.
That kind of happened to our friend recently too. She made one, and it was like,
oh, it was like, but you're like so proud of it. But yeah, it was. That was like definitely, the starter wasn't strong.
Yeah.
So like I didn't realize that when you first make a starter, it's pretty weak. So you have to like continuously just feed it and not even do bread.
Like not enough bacteria in there or something?
I guess it's just not used to like having like a consistent schedule. I don't know. Of being fed. It's like a child in my cabinet. It's got to get fed every day.
Yeah.
So like I don't keep mine in the refrigerator and do like once a week, which a lot of like my friend does that. I keep it on my counter and I feed it every day.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could
at the same time. I try to do the same time because to like almost like train it. It's crazy, but like I feel like I did train my starter. I named it. She's Fireheart.
Fireheart.
From Throne of Glass. Okay. So Fireheart, listen, that girl will keep going for me. And no matter when I feed her, I swear she's ready at the same time.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's nuts.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me about, I guess, just like back to the beginning, like starting it up, like why you did it and like how that journey went. Like I saw you posted on Instagram saying it was like kind of like therapy and like
it is. I mean, it still is. I feel like. So I feel like, we were trying to get ready to have another child, our second, and I actually was pregnant, and then I lost the baby.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Which it definitely sucked. It was early, so I mean, you hear stories that are just so sad. And like I just was so upset though. Like I just couldn't handle the emotion of it.
Of course.
So I don't know, I guess I was like scrolling on Pinterest or something, and I came across sourdough, and I was like, oh, all right, let me just read about it. Then I scrolled on Instagram and started reading, and I literally spent, I think, from like February to June just reading about it and watching videos. Like my husband thought I was such a weirdo because I was just sitting there in bed just watching these like people talk about sourdough. But I never tried. I didn't try it yet.
Right.
And I just sat there and wrote notes and like just watched people do it. Then we went away to Greece for a wedding, and I actually decided to quit my job. Okay. I was a teacher full time, and I was like, and we were like, we're not even going to focus on like trying to plan to have another kid. It will come when it, like, let's just go enjoy the wedding. I quit my job. I knew coming back, I was like, all right, I'm done. And I started doing the sourdough when I got home from the wedding. Okay. Yeah.
So in the summer. While you're over there, you're just like, I'm just going to do it.
I'm just going to like stop teaching and like try the sourdough. Like just, I just wanted to do it because I like had seen people say, oh, it's like therapy to do the dough. So when I came home, I was a little scared because I was like, all right, I'm leaving my entire career of like 13 years.
Yeah.
And like, I just started doing the flour, water, salt. I was so bad at it. But like for some reason, like something in the back of my head just told me not like to keep going. Like I never got like frustrated.
Yeah, I think it's probably one of those things too where you're like, all right, like I know I can get better at this over time the more I do it. And
then like at the end of the summer, I got pregnant with Indy. So then I was just like, awesome. Yeah. And then, and at the same time I got pregnant with Indy is when I swear like I got my first really good loaf. Like it rose. It was, I remember it was like the ugliest thing still, but it was like, it was like an actual legit loaf.
That's awesome.
So then I did like a few loaves here and there, but I had to stop because for teaching they made me stay a little bit into the new year. So I couldn't do it with the teaching and sourdough. I couldn't do the both.
Right, just too much.
Yeah, but then when I left there, I actually I started the sourdough again. I was like, all right, something in the back of my head still like telling me like just keep going with it. I just continued to read about it, and I worked at the Montessori school in Ocean City with my daughter. So, like, my transition out of public school teaching, I was pregnant with Indy. I was literally just thinking, like, all right, I need to, like, slowly go out of it. So I went to this Montessori school, and that's where, like, my friend there, I'm actually going to teach. My first sourdough lesson is for her baby shower. Oh, but my friend there, who's amazing, her name's Monica, she was like, you should start selling this. Like, this is really good. And she was just like, seriously, start a little Instagram page. And I did. It was Luna Loaves.
Okay.
Yeah. And I still remember who ordered my first loaf.
Really?
Yeah. But she was like my little push, and it's just like full circle now. I'm like going to her house next weekend to teach a baby. She's calling it bun in the oven. It's so cute.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so I'm going to teach a sourdough lesson for her and all the ladies there. Yeah.
Was that kind of one of those things where you're like, you hadn't even really thought about selling it, and then someone says that to you, and you're like, huh, maybe I can do this actually.
I made it because I would make it for the girls that work there. I would make it for family, and I never thought like I could sell it. I never baked a day in my life.
Oh, really? Before that?
No. In college, I was like Dunkin' Donuts in the morning, quick check in the evening, and then Chinese food. Like, I literally was the farthest from what I am now. It's like total opposite. Yeah, so I was like, me, like, making a living from selling bread? No. But and then my husband was like, I don't want, like, do it too. So he's like, I think you need it to keep your mind busy because you don't have the teaching now. And then, she told me to start selling it. And I did, like, my first menu. I feel like it was, like, after Christmas time. So I'm, like, coming up on 2 years.
Okay.
Almost.
Awesome, yeah.
Of selling it, yeah.
How's that journey been? Has it just gotten like better over time? Has it been kind of ups and downs with it, or?
It's been so awesome. I really like. Oh my god! And like then, like now doing. So I did like 5. I remember I was like scared when I had 8 loaves. Now it's like I'm more scared to honestly do 2 loaves because I like the thought process of just doing 2 is scary to me now.
You're right, because you're used to.
Because I'm used to like doing
loaves now.
Yeah, but like the therapy of like I put my music on, I do all of the dough bins. It's just like amazing, and I mean the journey. Like I honestly never thought like I would have a line at a market in the summer. Like the first time I saw like people like were waiting in line. Yeah, the first market I did at Summers Point, I sold out, and I was just like, this is amazing. And then, like...
Yeah, what's that feel like? Just standing there looking out like, holy shit.
Yeah, it's like, it makes all the hard work. I mean, don't get me wrong there. I mean, I'm a total woman, and, like, I cry over, like, the smallest things, or I'll tell my husband, I can't do it anymore. I have those moments still, but at the same time, like, I feel, like, really good where I am with it, and I'm, like, I just feel really proud. But I love how many people come up to me, like, their stories. Like, I feel like it's so cool to hear, like, a loaf of bread can bring, like, such a unique person to... I don't know. I just, like, all the people I've met have just amazing stories. And, like, they share them with me.
What kind of stuff have you heard?
I've heard, like, one woman, she can't, like, her son can't have any bread. But he has diabetes. And she's like, when he eats your bread, it doesn't spike. Or there's this other girl that was, like, she messaged me, I think, on my Ruby Moon, like, Instagram. She was just really... sad. She's like really going through some hard stuff, and she's just like, I look at your posts and they just like remind me that like there are good things and like to keep my head up. And I'm like, oh my, like you.
Yeah.
And then there are people like from Oregon that like message me across the country.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, we saw in Florida.
It's like everywhere. Yeah,
it's so
awesome.
cool. Yeah. And I don't know. It's just like, just so unique. The coolest ones are like my kids that I used to teach that come back now, and they're like buying bread for me. But like I taught them when they're in 5th grade, or 6th grade, and they're doing so well. I mean, I taught self-contained special ed for most of my career.
Okay, what is self-contained?
That means like the kids are in my classroom for, I think it's like most of the majority of the day. Okay. Yeah. And then it's like a range like of disabilities. I mean, from from like autism to like severe like behavioral.
Oh my
like,
gosh.
Yeah.
What was
and
that
everything.
Like? That probably had to be really hard sometimes.
It was definitely hard. There's stories there too. Oh my gosh.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah. But I mean, I love those kids so much. Mm-hmm. But the politics of teaching, and it's not what it used. It's not what you want it to be. Like a teacher doesn't have control anymore of the public school. I feel like a lot of teachers will say the same thing. They would say the same thing. Like, I don't know. I don't know how much I should. Like I left because I felt that the teachers had no say over the classroom and what was best for the kids, and I felt like it was
you couldn't teach what you wanted to teach anymore.
No, and it was more of like I don't agree with kids sitting at a desk for 8 hours to learn. And
yeah, I think it's a terrible. I
don't agree with that.
Had like severe ADD, ADHD growing up, and I don't never have learned the way that a lot of other kids do, and you know, it's almost funny, like, looking back at it now, because it's like, you were told that, like, you're bad, and you're a bad kid, because it's like, I can't...
Or you have to take something to sit in a chair.
Yeah, I did. I did take medicine.
Because it was bad that you had to... Because you weren't sitting still in a chair, is like...
Right. Which is... It's just so crazy to think about, because it's like... People don't learn the same... way at all, and there's like listen to people talk about it too, where it's like there's no like kids can't be like kind of in the same grade but be doing like different levels of different, like if you like excel in art but like you're bad at math, like but just because you're bad at math you like now you don't pass the 3rd grade or whatever, you know,
or like, why is a letter grade tell you if you're intelligent or not? And like, why is it only reading math make you intelligent, but all the other things that you could do, like there's multiple intelligences, and
it says like 9 types of intelligence. Yeah.
And like I just think it's ridiculous. Like you're telling these kids like, well, if you don't pass this exam and you don't like, but what do they truly care about? Because that's what you want them to love learning. Because if they love to learn, then they'll want to be there, and then they'll figure out. I mean, kids are super smart, and they'll tell you exactly what they want to do and how to teach them if you just But it's like hard to give up that control, and that's why I like the Montessori school that Isla goes to. She's like, so it's not like grades.
What is Montessori? Is that like Catholic or
no? It's just like a different approach.
I've heard that word. I guess for, like.
So they don't. They're like in like primary. There's primary. There's toddler room, primary, elementary. But it's like different grades, so it's like or different ages are within. So Isla's in like primary
kind of like
too.
The homeschool. But not.
Yeah.
At the same
which
time.
I homeschooled Isla last year, and then I still do like 2 days this year. But homeschool. I mean, she basically tells me what she wants. Like she really wanted to learn about letters and numbers. So I did get a curriculum that is like, it's called The Good and the Beautiful. It's a homeschool curriculum. Yeah. She loved it. It was really awesome. Like she finished the first book, and we're like doing it still, but she's like slowing down, but like She's 4.
Yeah.
And is she really slowing down? Like, she's learning so much just because it's not in a classroom doesn't mean, like...
Yeah, there's so much to learn in the world, for sure.
Yeah, and they learn in, like, asking questions. She asks way too many questions. She asks a lot of questions, but she's curious.
Right, and a traditional school might, like, stifle those questions of, like, hey, kid, sit down and shut up and stop asking stuff. Yeah. Getting yourself trapped. Versus when you're doing it, you can be like, oh, that's, like, I'm really glad you're interested in that. Let's talk about it.
And that's what, like, Kylie does at this Montessori school. So Kylie owns it. She'll, like, so Isla's in a room of 3-year-olds, 4 and 5-year-olds, I believe. But there's just, like, the practical skills. There's the life skills. There's the reading. There's the math. There's the, each month, there's a themed section. The kids, like, do their center work. Like, they do work for 2 hours, but they go to what they want, and then they sit, and then the teacher comes and is like...
So they give the kid a choice of, like, what
they're just choosing, and then you're, like... Wow. Yeah. And then when they get older, you're kind of, like, still... You're guiding, like Isla, she was like, listen, Isla's starting to do letter sounds, so she'll sit and say, let's do this work for a little bit. So kind of guiding her, but at the same time, like, Isla can pick, like, she could trade, like, one day she came home with stuff on numbers, another day she came home with artwork stuff, and they have all that there, and
I'm sure she loves it too.
Yeah, it's awesome. And then they're outside, they play every single day outside. Like, the last middle school I was at, no recess. And they're like, well, they're in middle school. I'm like,
they didn't have recess? They need...
No.
That's awful.
No.
It's like the most...
I know.
Those were my favorite memories, was recess.
That's
all I remember.
Because the kids need that social time. Or just that, like, break from the classroom. Nope. No recess.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's insane.
They're like, they're too old. I'm like, there's never too... Or, like, as an adult, I don't think I could sit through a class.
Yeah.
Like, you're asking children to do this. Think about you. Could you sit through a whole day?
No.
And not, like, get a break or walk around? Like, their lunch, you're, like, shoving... Well, that was another thing why I started the bread, too. Because, like, I couldn't stand, like, seeing what, like, my kids would be eating. So I'm like, well, I need to learn... And same with the schools. Like, one day I would love to be able to bring my sourdough bread to the schools and just be able to give it to the kids. Because the bread that, I mean...
So bad. That was another thing I wanted to talk about with you, too. Like, just I guess your experience with that. Like, did you have any, like, health, like, issues or anything? Like, eating, like, more...
I mean, like,
bread, or...
I did and I didn't. Like, I feel like I did because of, like, stress issues before, but and the minute I stopped stressing out, it actually, like, everything with the food. Yeah. I mean, I feel like with food, it's just gotten so bad. Yeah. And, like, I don't have allergies, but I've seen, like...
Oh, yeah.
And I've researched. Like, I do a lot of research on what's being put into everything.
Yeah, I think it does affect people, like, without... A lot of times they won't know it, or it'll be, like, a longer time span before they really start getting hit with the effects. Like, me, I feel like I was going to ask, do you
feel a difference?
Yeah, so I can't really eat much. Like, I can eat sourdough, and I can eat, like, imported Italian pasta where they just use, like, the single ingredient pasta, like semolina wheat. But no, I need, like, normal gluten bread, any, like, fried food, any of that. Like, it
the oil
puts my stomach, it makes my skin break out, and then my stomach is, like, so horrible that, like, I can't even eat. Like, I'm, like, stuck in the bathroom, like, or, like, it'll just hit me. Like,
well, and what about your ADHD? Did you notice anything different with,
like, that's the other thing, too, where there's, like, a bunch of, like, studies and stuff showing that.
That's why I wanted to ask you how.
The food, it's, like, you can definitely tell, but that's another thing that's kind of, like, a slow effect thing, where it's, like, you might not really realize it, but when you're eating like
and when you're a kid, you
have no idea.
You have no idea.
But I think that's where a lot of my issues came from as a kid, because like my diet was like wake up in the morning, eat cereal, and it's like, I mean, there's not many good cereals, but like it wasn't one of the good ones.
Yeah.
It was like Captain Crunch, Fruit Loops, Fruity Pebbles, whatever. Or oatmeal, which I thought was healthy until I was like
the glyphosate
18, 20. I realized it's just not.
No.
Even without the glyphosate, I was just the like added sugar and like every other
like the packs,
random chemicals and stuff they put in the Quaker, but whatever. And then lunch would be like a ham and cheese sandwich on, my bread,
white bread,
2 pieces of bread that don't take 3.5 months to go bad, literally.
I know.
Or something, or pizza, and then I get home and throw some bagel bites in the oven. Yep. Or like Elio's pizza or something like that.
It's
and
all about
like,
the convenience.
So I ate for like, I don't know, like the first 15 years of my life. That's like. So
they say a healthy gut is like makes everything register better.
Yeah, I didn't realize that for a while either. That it's like it's all connected. Yeah. And like if your gut is healthy, it can like change everything in your body and your brain. Yeah. Like make you feel better, make you think better. So. Are
you still taking meds for?
No, I don't take any medication.
Well, that's good.
At all. I'll occasionally take like a Zyrtec if my allergies are like really bad. But
that's awesome. Like I feel like you as a kid you might have been so dependent on that.
Yeah, that stuff, and like as I like was getting like later high school, because I was on I forget what it's called. It was like whatever one that like makes you fall asleep.
Oh yeah.
And then later, like end of high school into college, I had an Adderall prescription.
Okay.
And I basically relied on that for like anytime I needed to study or take a test, anything. It was like automatic. Yeah. And it was like I can't do this without it.
Yeah.
The doctors tell me.
Yeah.
I need it. I was smart enough to know like don't take this every day because like it will be bad for you and like you'll get a dependence. So at least I had the mind to like think of that. But anytime I was studying, taking tests, anything, I was like, I need the Adderall. Automatic. Yeah. So no, I don't take anything. No, I was on omeprazole.
Okay.
And like Zantac, like the instant relief heartburn. I took omeprazole every day for like 8 years straight. And then I found out, like, you're not supposed to take that for more than, like, 2 weeks at a time.
Isn't it, like...
But the same thing, the doctors, they tell you just keep taking it, and then you don't... I didn't realize that I needed... And started going, like, a rant, but, like, I didn't realize
I could totally go on this rant. Because there's, like, I feel very strongly about stuff like that, so...
So I didn't... So I was taking this medicine, which is like reducing the amount of acid in my stomach, right?
Yeah.
Which the acid is being caused by all the.
Then they want you to take something else to the.
Right. They're like, but I found out later is like I didn't have enough acid in my stomach, so I'm taking this medicine that's reducing my. And then, when I finally got off of it and like stopped eating so much processed food and garbage. My stomach like went back to normal. Yeah. And I was like, oh my God. Because I know so many people that are on that stuff like every single day. Yeah. And when they don't take it, because it would happen to me, if you don't take it, it's like, it's coming up your throat. Like acid from your stomach. It's that bad. Jeez. But I think a lot of times you don't realize it's like, you're like doing it to yourself. Yeah. Like you can well,
because you trust what the people, like they're prescribing because they want the best. But
right, and you have to. It sucks that you have to like figure it out yourself and do the research yourself and like listen to the right people. But it is the way it is because like there was never a doctor that was like, "Hey, bud, what are you eating?"
Yeah, I know. That's what like I always.
They don't ask.
They don't ask those questions.
It's kind of insane.
I know. I would almost wish I could go back to school for like holistic medicine and like agriculture. I would love to do like learning
like that
or herbal medicine. Like everything, like you're told all of our lives that dandelions are like weeds and bad for you, but it's like so beneficial to your health in so many different ways.
Yeah, I saw some stuff with that recently. Yeah. What's the deal with
It's like, I mean, there's so many, like, even with allergies, it's supposed to, like, the tea is supposed to help with someone who has, like, a local allergy or your stomach issues. Yeah. Like, it's supposed to help with, like, pushing.
I feel like the allergy thing makes sense because it's like, there's probably a bunch of pollen on them. Yeah. And you're, like, getting your body used to it and stuff like that.
It's, like, there's so much it's just harder to find it because, I mean, that stuff is from the earth. So, which isn't going to make as much money as...
Yeah, I know. And, like, what I've talked to people about a lot is, like, anytime there's not, like, a double-blind placebo trial, they're like, well, you're talking out of your ass or whatever. And it's like, to me, like, anecdotal evidence, like, when I meet, like, 100 people that have the same story and they did the same thing and it worked for all of them, I'm like, that counts more to me than, like... You guys telling me the science is settled on whatever food or whatever we're putting in our body, like
it's like I just was reading something about cancer, and like like cancer needs the sugar, so like if you deplete the body of the sugar, it can't survive. And I was talking about like your mitochondria is like the most important mitochondria with the oxygen, and it's just like, and then I read these research studies on water diets. Which, like, people were doing these water... Which, basically, they just consume water for a certain amount of time. And it was, like, shrinking their tumors. And, like, it was insane, like, this... Just from, like, water. But why, like, don't we push towards that? Or, like, there are... Even, like, a healthy diet. Like, what I, like, tell my daughter, like, Isla and Indy, I'm just like, you know what? There's not... Medicine isn't horrible. I just want you to think of it as a last resort, and we want to do stuff for our body that helps prevent a lot and like develop healthy lifestyles. But sometimes we need it last resort. Like I'm okay.
Yeah, I think you hit the nail on the head with that, because like a lot of times people assume from kind of the conversation we're just having, they're like, oh well. What, you don't think modern medicine
I get that,
you know, and they'll attack you for it. But I think that's kind of the point that has to be made. Is like, no, I'm not saying that. Like, we need that, you know, like penicillin, you know, one of the greatest inventions of like human history, whatever. But let's make everything that's like the last thing we do. And like, if we could reframe our health system for like the doctors or whoever you're seeing for your health to also
and like you said, like how many people at doctors ask, what are you eating, or like what's your...
I would say there's probably a few out there who are like
I
really
just
good,
would rather have that, like, or hey, like are you getting Indy and Isla outside a lot, like the vitamin D, like
right.
I like which and I mean that's why, like, so Isla had here's an example, like Isla's ear was hurting really bad yesterday. I wasn't gonna give her she like took a nap. I wasn't gonna give her like Tylenol or anything, even though she was in pain. I love this Barbara O'Neill. I don't know if you know her. She's like super holistic with her. She talks about the onion poultice. So you I sliced the onion in half, and I've done it for Isla multiple times, like to the point where she like knows. And you just like put boiling water, and then you like, for what you would steam, you put the piece of onion face down, and then you let it heat up and use the steam to like soften a little bit, wrap it in a towel, and you hold it over the ear. It draws out the like any of the pain.
Really?
So, yeah. And every time I do it, she woke up fine. Yeah. And then today she was completely fine. So it's like that was where like I'm not gonna go right to Tylenol and like to help. Which like I don't call me a crunchy mom or whatever you want to call me. I make my own fire cider for my husband and I, and we take shots of it every single day.
What's in that? What do you guys do for that?
So you like you chop up a bunch of different vegetables and herbs and spices, and you have to let it sit in apple cider vinegar for 6 to 8 weeks. Yeah. So
really? That's a long time. Yeah. So it's
and
like
it's like it's weird. There. It's like I do garlic, purple onion, so like raw onion, an orange, a lemon. Sometimes I'll do a lime, horseradish root, turmeric, ginger, definitely ginger, peppercorn, because the peppercorn's gonna help the turmeric like absorb into the body. They like need that spice. Cinnamon sticks, I do a few. My jalapenos.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and then you let it. Then you put honey at the bottom, and then you pour it over after you strain it.
Yeah.
And then like take shots of that every day.
Wow. We'll have to try that.
Yeah.
We do apple cider vinegar. We try to do apple cider vinegar.
Yeah, which is kind of like rough on the stomach a little bit.
Yeah.
When it first goes down.
Kim gets like a turmeric juice.
Okay.
And, another one that she like puts in there, but it's like all just like say it's just a store.
No, it's perfect
version, but yeah. But apple cider vinegar is like really another thing for my gut that I take too. It's like really,
so
really
good
helpful.
for you.
And that's another thing that makes puts more acid in your stomach, which seems counterintuitive because you take acid reducers and that's what people think, but it's most of the time they don't have enough.
No.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's see, you're on your track to being
I try to be. Yeah. I listen to like so many people talk all the time that I lose some of the information, or if someone's like grilling me on like a specific thing, like I can't pull up like the studies that I'm referencing or whatever, but it's when I listen to people, like I will like dive in, like verify what they're saying, and then like I generally
that's why I wish my husband was here.
Because he's on it like
he reads so much, but he reads it and can just spit it back out. Yeah. Like for me, I'm like, I've read it, but I can't remember. He'll remember every doctor that like said this, and this, and he would be sitting here and telling you like when you said penicillin. I know he has things he would say about it, but like I always like let him, because man, he spits it back out so well. Where I'm kind of like, I researched it, I know it. But like he just knows all of like the fact for fact right there.
Yeah, I guess the most important thing I think is like that you're being intentional with your diet.
Yeah.
And I always like kind of laugh when people will say something to me about like, because I eat like a high red meat diet.
Yeah.
I try when I'm eating what I think is the healthiest when I do it is like pretty much red meat or chicken and just fruits and vegetables, and then I'll mix a little bit of rice in there. I know some people don't say rice is the best, but like it's just keep that's simple.
What's good for your body.
Right.
Like I also think everybody's body reacts slightly different to food. So
I agree. Different people take different.
I'm proud of you that you found what works for your body.
Yeah, and I feel amazing when I do that. And I don't know, there's a lot of people that are not intentional at all with what they're eating.
Some people, it's like I get like the time. I mean, it's got to be hard. Like your full time. It is hard, but like
it's the
convenience. But like, is it the convenience, or is that what they've like ingrained into our heads for years? Like, well, no, you got it because it's conveniently here. Mm-hmm. But like that's why I was with the sourdough. I was just like, we got to go back to. I mean, sourdough bread used to be the only bread they used to make. And everyone ate. Yeah. Or you go over into Italy, and like when we were in Greece, we drank the wine, you eat the bread there, no issues at all.
Right.
And I hear so many people go to Italy, who can't eat cheese, like are super lactose intolerant. Go to Italy.
Dairy over there,
yeah. And it's just because like they're so close to the ground where it's like so wholesome there. And that's what I want, like more people to be. And if you don't want to do, like, the sourdough is, like, a difficult, or you don't have the time, fine, then that's why I'm here.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'll help you out.
For sure. Yeah, I think that's important, too. What you just said is, like, the sourdough bread is really just bread.
Yeah.
And then the bread is the idea of bread. Like, the bread in a store, it's not actually bread at all. It's just the idea of bread. It's like an afterthought of bread.
Yeah, and
it's
I
not
think
bread at all.
No, they put so much, like if you look at it, it's like emulsifiers. Even the yeast is like, there's a different, like they don't even put like real yeast. I don't even know what it is.
It's crazy.
It's just insane. Like, and then like even, so I make like oatmeal pies with the sourdough in them. Because, like, at the same time, like, people should not be afraid to have cookies and all those sweet treats.
Right,
like,
right.
You should be able to enjoy them, too. And, like, sugar is, everything's a yin and a yang. Like, there's balance for everything. Like, I always think it's okay to have like cookies or whatever. I mean, I eat a cookie every day, like from my, but like.
But you're eating like same thing.
A wholesome, like an actual cookie, like with real organic sugar. Where like the Little Debbie's, I looked at the oatmeal cream pies. They had red 40 in them. First off, they had like 40 ingredients. I think I counted 40 something. One of them was red 40. I'm like, how?
Unreal.
Yeah, and these are like marketed and packaged for little kids, which.
Yeah, I mean everything that's marketed for kids in the grocery store is pretty horrifying.
It's horrible. Like,
I mean, we go through and it's like everything not on the outskirts of the grocery store, like in the actual aisles, is like there might be like one thing that's actually kind of even okay to eat.
Yeah, and it's like sad that's how, and then your grocery bill is like insane when you're like actually getting, and then it's like they're catching up on like the crunchiness of America. Like they're seeing that we're starting to read and understand. Yeah. Like Siete was like one of my favorite chip companies that used to, now they got bought out.
They got bought by Pepsi, right?
Yeah, and you see the change in the flour. It's like a blend now. They use the word blend.
Did they change? It's cassava, right? But
it's instead of cassava flour, it's like cassava blend, which the word blend can be like. I thought
they didn't change anything. I didn't realize that.
So I saw someone post about it, and then I like looked on my bag, an old bag I had, and it said flour, and then the new one now says a blend, and I'm like, oh my gosh.
I could see them being sneaky.
But they're getting like now it's like these small. Who like these farmers and like everyone who actually cares about like wholesome, they're buying them up. And
I
mean, doesn't Bill Gates own like most of the farmland? And
Bill Gates owns a lot. The Chinese government owns a lot.
Don't even get me started on Bill Gates. He's like the worst person ever.
Yeah, I was gonna say we'll leave it as one of the most evil human beings on the planet.
Yeah. I'll leave it as he's.
Well, I do want to gloss over him with the tick. Did you see the tick thing with him?
No, what is he?
He's been... So there's this tick, I guess it's in Africa, that if it bites you, it can make you allergic to red meat.
I've heard that.
And apparently this guy got bit by one and like ate a cheeseburger the next day and died. And Bill Gates and like a few of these other like weird billionaire guys have like been floating the idea of like maybe we should start intentionally giving people or having this tick bite people
because of he's mad at his fake meat.
Well, and then meanwhile he's like investing billions of dollars into like lab grown meat at the same time. So it's like, that's interesting. You want us all to be allergic to meat while your meat labs are growing at the same time.
I did hear that tick thing.
Yeah, it's very weird.
It is very weird.
It's very, it's like Black Mirror-esque.
I mean, you're like, I just don't understand. These farmers like who have been doing it forever, generations, and like now America's farmlands are like billionaires own them, like.
That and what I've seen too about farmers is like they have these like crazy restrictions on
probably
like the food that they're growing, like both the animals and the vegetables. There's like some crazy
I could only imagine
restrictions on like what they are allowed to, like they don't even like own the corn that they're growing anymore and things like that.
Really?
And it's like it's very weird.
It's sad, but I feel like more and more people are starting to realize that that's not the way we should go. And, like, honestly, like, taking a step and going backwards in time is, I feel like, more and more. And, like, I mean, even from when I first started the sourdough, a lot of people didn't really even know what it was. Mm-hmm. And now more, like, even, especially in South Jersey, I feel like there's a good understanding, solid community of people who like really want what's good, best from the ground and like good, wholesome ingredients in our community. And like even the water, like I talked to a lot of people about the water, and it's just nice to see, like, at least in this area, and then you hope for like the rest, and then but you feel for like the families in poorer areas that really don't, like, I mean, do they get the chance to have this knowledge or be able to like look and research it? I wish, like, that's where, like, I wish I could just like deliver free bread everywhere, just like cookies, bread, like, to these families that, like, here, this is flour, water, or even be able to teach it. Like, I know, like, Jasmine, the Busy Hands Dow, she's like, I would just love to go to schools that like don't have as much and be able to have like a nice like hands-on program for the kids. And then I was like, cool. Oh, that's such a good idea. Like, I wish I could teach to like parents. Like, you have she came out with this idea. She's like, oh, what if she's like, I'd take all the kids and do like the sensory activities with them. She's like, you take the parents and teach them how to make bread for their home.
Right.
And like show them like, hey, this is what you can do with flour, water, salt. It's really not, and like, here's your endless possibilities of it.
Right, yeah.
So like, I mean, maybe one day.
Yeah, that could be something for sure. I think you could definitely do something like that.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. Maybe open a store. I don't know. I don't think I could do that.
Yeah, I was going to ask, like, what do you think is next?
I don't know. People ask me all the time. They're always asking me that. I feel like I get that a lot. I don't really know. I mean, I know I need another refrigerator if I want to do more dough, but sometimes I think about a store, but then I'm like, I did this for my family, and if I do a store, I always get scared that I'm going to go away from what I originally was doing it for, which was for them. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be away from them. Like, I stopped teaching because like, on top of everything, but also to be present for them. Yeah. And I'm lucky my husband has 2 jobs. Like, he owns a concrete business in the area, and then he's a fireman in Margate. Yeah. So I'm thankful where, like, financially I can do it. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't know where Ruby Moon's going to go. Yeah.
No, that's cool, though. Yeah, I would say stay at home then for now.
I know. Stay at home and just get a huge
I feel like once fridge. You get away from, like, the reasons of like why you love it, it's
and I don't want to do that mass production.
You still want it to be fun and like you don't want to because once you start getting into like the mass production,
I don't want to hurt the quality just because
for sure
for like, not that I think that happens in a store at all, but I know me and I know I would like try to do as much as possible. And I mean, I feel like I'm at a place where I'm, like, good right now. I mean, selling out, I feel bad. Like, on Hot Plate, I literally I'll post the menu, and sometimes I have, like, 40 people in there at once, and, like, the whole Hot Plate shuts down. Oh, and, like, I remember one menu I sold out, like, last month. I sold out in a minute.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so, like, I'm super thankful, and in my head, I'm like, should I do more? But I'm like, I can't. Like, I do what I can do to balance mom life with that. I mean, I don't want to, but I do feel...
if you don't have to sacrifice it, then I would say don't.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, plus, I mean, I do it, too, for my workout. I need that dough workout.
So, sure.
Oh, my gosh, like 50 pounds of dough in one bin.
Is that how much you have at a time?
It's like almost 50 pounds, I think. And you're like lifting it. And I mix everything by hand. I don't have a hand mixer or like a huge mixer. Now I throw on the gloves and my apron. And
I'm sure it gets the forearms.
Oh, my hand, the cookie dough is bad. It's like, my hands are shaking. Like for Sip and Shop, my wrists were swollen and my hands were like shaking for like 3 days after.
That's funny.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So... we're just going to stay in the moment, I guess, for the time being. Let's see where it goes.
Yeah, we'll see when my younger daughter goes to school, maybe I'll have more time. But I don't know. I like literally can't give you... I'm happy where I am. I don't know. I kind of like not knowing and just going with the flow in some aspects, so...
No, it probably feels good, too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, before I forget to ask, what's the reason behind the name?
Ruby Moon. Yeah. So I did it with, her name is Dana. She's an amazing person, and she is an awesome baker. So her and I had started together, and we would like kind of message each other like, hey, like, how's your loaves going? And like, she got it around the same time as me. And I started as Luna Loaves, which people voted on that on my Instagram for that. And then she started doing a few, she's like, if you need help, I would love to help you. I was like, you know what? Like, we could reach more people with like 2 of us doing it. And then she was like, can we do something with the name that like incorporates both our girls? I was like, yeah, let's do that. I'm like a huge moon person. Like, I'm Cancer. Moon is like my spatial object. Like, the moon is everything to me. Like, Isla is named after moonlight, the way I spell it. So I was like, as long as moon's in there somewhere, I don't care.
Right.
So her daughter was born in July, which I'm July too. So she's like, can we do Ruby Moon? So I was like, yeah, that's fine. So she actually came up with the name with me.
Nice.
Yeah. She just had her second daughter this summer. She stopped in March. Okay. She was kind of deciding whether she wanted to go back to nursing full time and like with the second, it can be hard. I mean, it was definitely not easy when Indy came in the beginning, but I I literally had Indy strapped to me and doing the dough. I'll never forget like Indy having dough like plastered on her.
Oh my god.
But
you guys should post that.
I know.
Videos, like,
so she came back for, she couldn't come like to the actual event, but she did all of the chocolate chip cookies, and she did her like, she's the muffin. I mean, she's the cookie queen. Like, so I learned my cookie stuff from her.
Right.
Yeah. So I don't know if she'll come back. It's kind of like open, whatever. Like she's in Galloway area, so we like kind of stretched it to like a bigger area. But I don't know. I liked doing the markets in the summer. So I might go back to doing the markets. I think she would just kind of tag along, see.
Right.
I don't really know what, like, it's kind of like, we're both very chill people, I guess, whatever.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, so that's so her, Ruby is for her daughter.
Okay,
Moon.
cool, yeah. I like it, it's a nice name.
Yeah, Ruby Moon, yeah. Then my friend, who's a graphic designer, made the logo. She made the logo.
Okay, sweet.
Actually, I had one girl, she messaged me. She, like, created the very first one for Luna Loaves. And then my friend took it. And she's like, can I, like, do the little things a little different? I was like, sure. So she made Ruby, the actual, like, moon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, we can kind of close it out, I guess, with if you have, like, any advice to anyone. I mean, either if they're doing, like, starting sourdough or just, like small business, anything, like, following a passion or something that, like, is therapy for them. Like,
I feel like trust your gut. I mean, I feel like it was something was always telling me in every step of the way. And if you truly care about it, it's going to turn into something.
Yeah.
And people are going to see that you care about it, and then that's going to kind of motivate them to want to do or buy your product or even learn from you. And then as far as like the sourdough, it's overwhelming. I mean, I always be like, just ask me. I don't know. I always tell people, I was like, just send me pictures and let me see.
Right.
But the sourdough, I would just find one recipe you like, feel good about, and then start simple and just go from there.
Screw it up and do it again.
Yeah. Don't worry if you fail a few times.
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely did. I still do.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's like an ever-learning thing, I feel like. Maybe that's why I like it so much. You're constantly changing.
Yeah, you were saying that downstairs. Like I don't think you mentioned it on the podcast, but like every single time you rewrite down the recipes and you're like constantly making these, like, little tweaks and improvements.
Like your girlfriend said, I mean, like I try to do different things to challenge myself. So I've done, I don't even know how many flavor loaves, and the cookies. I literally come up with ideas in my head and I just like write it down. But like all of the new cookie ideas are like my ideas that I just come up with in my head. Like the muffins, I'd be like, I think I'm going to do this. This would work well. And I just write stuff down.
Yeah.
And then just test it out. And so that's like kind of cool, like that I started to like even make my own recipes.
Yeah,
so,
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you for coming on.
Oh, I'm super excited.
Not that you need more business because it sounds like you're killing it, but I just want to just tell everyone like where they can find you. And then, if you're doing any like markets or anything like that soon where people can out and get in line.
Yeah. I like for markets in December I don't really have anything. I'm doing a lot of like a lot of people message me for teacher gifts and like private things as far as like baby showers, but I'm at Collective Vibes in Ocean City, which is right off in like the 9th Street Bridge. You make a right on Haven. So I do bread drops there every week. It's usually Tuesdays, but like this Thursday I'm dropping bread off. But you order on my online storefront. Since I don't have a physical store, it's on Hot Plate, which that link is in my bio in my Instagram. Nice. Yeah, so you can basically go into my Instagram bio, click a link for Hot Plate. It literally will say, like, Hot Plate storefront. And then you sign up. Like, I have a bunch of people who signed up for text notifications. So when I post a menu, they're the first to know. And then they all sit and wait, and there's, like, a waiting area, apparently. Yeah. And then they'll wait. But I try to post menus. I mean, for next summer, I'm hoping that the Summers Point asks me back. That would be really cool to go back there. I'm hoping to do there more because I only did once a month there this summer, but maybe like every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And then most of my pop-up or my pickups are at Collective Vibes, or I do it at my mom's house in Northfield.
Nice.
So you just have to look for whatever the menu is. I post a pickup place and time. And it's usually Collective Vibes or Northfield at my mom's.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah. Thank you so much for coming on.
Of course.
I really enjoyed the conversation.
Yeah.
And,
so did I.
Excited to see where you go with it next.
I'm excited to see where you go.
Thank you. Yeah.
And your health journey. Super excited for that.
Me too. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome.
All right.
Thank you.
you.
Thanks, everybody.